Okay, everybody, this is the beginning of State Street. This is the beginning of Williamson Street in Madison, Wisconsin. Right now we are next to John Nolan, which marks the beginning point of Williamson. And there are some very unique aspects of this particular intersection, not the least of which is the fact that we have almost a makeshift castle that currently has machinery road bicycles here. And you can get all of your maintenance here and a bunch of other nice things. There are several good businesses, yoga among them, where they have frequent classes that you can partake in, located in the parking lot just behind this building. It's a little difficult getting there, but once you know Madison, you know where to turn in order to get in a particular traffic flow so that you can turn in a particular direction. And on the other side of the street, we have, I forgot the name of the shopping center, but you can see it over there. It has a couple of restaurants, Waukee Noodle, and I think Bon Thai is over around the corner there in the red brick building right straight ahead. And of course we have the iconic 4 power towers. That's where they vent the gases for the natural gas that MG&E owns on this part of the Isthmus, part of downtown Madison. Now I'm going to go ahead and get started so that you can see the rest of Williamson Street, and I hope you enjoy our tour today. Thanks for joining us. And as I get a little bit further along on our walking tour, we have the Mad City Music Exchange on the left and Bandung, which is an Indonesian restaurant on the left as well. Okay, again on the left we have a daycare center called the Red Caboose. And of course we have the ever-present Elks Club, for those members who happen to be part of that fraternity. We do a number of good things for our community, that's why I thought you might be interested, and it is open to the public. Yes, we have an El Dorado grill and a coffee shop. And there are several interesting highlights here. We have a Wisconsin Council of the Blind, and in a few blocks we will also have a meeting place for those that use sign language. So I'll be noting that once we get there. Here's La Kitchenette, and we have a tuck shop for Apple products, a butcher shop, a number of condo communities, a fence company, it is politely known, the Willy Street Pub and Grill has some really good lunch specials. I've ate there before. Really great food. I'm not sure what this is all. We have another restaurant called Fuego's. And the barbecue joint. Cha-Cha Beauty and Barber Shop. Tailor shop for alterations. Umami, that's a popular restaurant. Plan B, not quite sure what they do. Okay. And Third Lake Market, which has a number of, it's a strip center, it has a number of businesses, Heartland Credit Union among them. Glass artisan shop. I'll go ahead and hit that Third Lake Market a little bit later in our tour. Some of the older kind of communities are here on our right. We have a pet supply store called Mad Cat, a vet clinic, Nature's Bakery, which is a wonderful bakery. It's been there forever. Long time. Great cookies, great bread. It pays to frequent your local businesses. And they have a number of restaurants and food items, gas stations, grocery stores. It really is a wonderful part of our Madison community. Okay, and here comes one of our local stops here. We have Mother Fool's Coffee House. And I'll be showing you a little bit more on the other side in just a moment. We also have the Roman Candle Pizza, which is right next to me here. We are on the corner of Ingersoll and Williamson right now. Give you some idea of what streets we're crossing. Oh, look at this. We have a new furniture store here. That's nice. And on our right we have the Association of the Deaf, like I mentioned before. We have a Mexican restaurant up ahead. Our local gas station on the street. There used to be a medical clinic here, but I guess it's been replaced. All right. Here's another one, Lao Langjiang. I'm not quite sure what cuisine type they are. A realty company. Skateboards, footwear, and interesting. Okay, and this one's been here for quite a while. The Weary Traveler Bar and Restaurant. Here's our Social Justice Center. A Dane County Time Bank is also part of this building. Tattoo shop, liquor store, piercings, Star Liquor, a plumbing company, shoe and leather repair. Here's our fire station, number 3. And here comes the Willy Street Co-op here. Local grocery store. Very nice company. Multiple locations within Madison. Pieces Furniture. Chiropractic. America is another nice restaurant. An art house. Crystal Corner Bar has probably been there for at least a century, maybe more. Okay. are soon to be coming upon Rick's Old Gold, which is a pawn shop. Very nice items there. I'm not sure what change is. That building's fairly new, maybe a decade or two. That hasn't been there all that long. We're currently on the corner of Baldwin. All right, as I mentioned, there's one of the thrift stores that we have, St. Vincent de Paul. Notice, yep, right over there. Okay, Crystal Corner for the nightlife. And here's the other part of St. Vincent de Paul. It's actually a very large secondhand store. Lakeside Printing for your printing needs. Rewind Decor, another furniture place. All right. Madison Greenhouse, bakery store. I'm not sure what that is. Closed today, so not open on Saturday. Lazy Jane's Cafe, Grandpa's Pizzeria, Clock Repair Shop, Eco-Friendly. I'm sure we'll be clock repair. We'll be giving you a little bit in detail. Here's our Ace Hardware store, Willy's Cafe, Ha Long Bay, another Vietnamese restaurant. Batch Bakehouse. Yep, that sounds like another bakery store. Cafe Domestique. And also a bike shop. Okay, cargo bike. Alright. And we are soon to be branching over our Yahara River, which actually marks the end of the north side of Williamson Street. And this is mostly a residential through here, but there is a few other things I'll mention. This is a development company, Commonwealth Development. We've actually lived at a number of places that they built in the area. Bonzo. I think that's another restaurant. Okay. Dave Feather Fabrics. Okay, another sewing store. Brew and Grow. Home brewing and hydroponics. Okay. So that's what's in this building now. Alright. Now remember, this is the end of Williamson. From this point on, I'm not quite sure what the street becomes, but it does go all the way around Lake Monona. Lest we forget, this does connect to all points north, south, east, and west, depending on where you need to go. So it is a local street to be sure, but you can definitely get anywhere. And as I mentioned, notice there's the beginning of Williamson Street. And there's the sign right there. Okay? Winnebago, that's the street that you're looking at going north of here. And several other streets that head around the lake. And another good point of reference, if I can manage to get across here. Alright, notice that we are at the north side of Williamson, and right here, heading south, is our local bike path. So if you're on a bike, It's a great way of traversing without being on the main street. There is quite a bit of traffic here. So for those bikers, this path will take you anywhere, really. I mean, hooks up with the Capital City Trail. It'll also take you around Lake Monona if you're interested in the lake loop. There's just a lot. So I just wanted to let you know that depending on what you like in a community, Williamson Street has quite a bit of local flavor. And there's all kinds of things that you could potentially do. And this is just one community out of probably a dozen or more. So I hope you liked your brief tour heading northbound on Williamson Street, and I hope you will join us for some of the local festivities. We do have a Willy Street Parade, which happens in September, and there are several other festivals that are also near here. If you notice, that is Riverside Street that I'm aiming at. Just down this way, we have another festival coming up. I think it's in May or June. So festivals galore in the Madison area. Alright, I'm going to take the reverse route so that you can see the other side of the street in the other direction. Okay, Mickey's Tavern on our right. We're crossing Thornton at this point. We have a office building that is currently being built. Not to worry. Brunch Saturday and Sunday at Mickey's. Alright. Let's make it up the hill. There are a few small hills here in the downtown Isthmus area. Not to be too concerned. This one is fairly gentle grade. And I have no particular issues talking and biking while heading up this hill. And as you can see, we have a number of colorful places. Purple and blue, fuchsia, green. Very, very colorful place. Again, back in the 60s, this was hippie central, I guess you could call it. A number of people really like the vibe down on this street. And along with this, we actually do have a small park here, right on Williamson Street. All right. Willoughby's, another tattoo place. Ace Hardware we just passed. Talk Repair. Junk and Other Treasures. Willy Street Treasure Shop. Lazy Jeans Cafe. Madison Greenhouse. I've already mentioned St. Vincent de Paul Bakery, open on Sunday. Rewind Decor, Lakeside Printing, Paleontology. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, Malat's is going to be closing its doors fairly soon. So that particular business has already gone out of business. All right. And as I mentioned, the Crafty Fair. Hazel General Store, Hatch Art House. Alright. Again, Willy Street Co-op on the left this time. Howell Brothers Plumbing, Tynan Family Chiropractic, Pieces Unimagined Furniture, Interior Statement Furnishings. Star Liquor, Steve's Tattoo, Baraka, I forgot to mention that one. Alright, Black Lives Matter, Tenant Resource Center, Alumni Apparel. Okay. Alright, we are soon to be coming up to our small little Willy Street Park. And you'll see what I mean when we get there. It's right next to Mad Cat, the pet store, which is just ahead. Okay, almost there. See, here's the Roman Candle. Wonderful pizza if you're looking for an alternative to the standard Pizza Hut, Pizza Extreme, all of those. I believe they do deliver. Okay, just a little bit farther. And again, here's the Nature's Bakery sign. Organic whole grains, worker owned and managed. Oh, here, let me show you this. And here is the Williamson Art Center at 1020 Williamson Street. Notice we have some rather unique art. Found art. Okay. All right. Again, right ahead is the veterinary clinic and the Mad Cat pet store. And right past here is our local, here is our local park. And a number of times things will be set up here, especially during the Willy Street Fair in September. Here, let me walk you around for a little bit. Okay. So here's the entrance. No alcohol, no camping, no dogs, no disturbing, and definitely no littering. So, and back here we've got our local sitting area and potential bandstand right over here to the left. And of course, a little bit further on, here's the front side of our Third Lake Market. Notice we have Bon Thai, cuisine of Thailand. We also have a Westfield Comics. It's right at the column in the middle. And of course, here, let me walk you through this particular area just a second. Yep, we have a working bubbler, as we call it here in Wisconsin, water fountain for those that are in the other parts of the United States. And here we go. Bon Thai, Westfield Comics, and Heartland Credit Union. And of course, the obligatory ATM located right on the corner of the building. and a drive-through on the back side if you're so in a hurry. Okay, there's Westfield Comics. To my left is Heartland Credit Union, and of course, Bontai on the end. And yes, you are looking at another building that's near Williamson Street, which is also very unique. A coin laundry if you're traveling through, and of course another restaurant called Burrito Dive. So there, we now have a pretty decent idea of what's in the area, but there's one more thing that I wanted to show you here. And you can see the runner going through the bike path area. A number of people use this. But the most interesting part is that we have a Central Park, which I am going to be biking right by. I'm going to take you right through the heart of it. And this will be the last of it. Right. And here comes our local Central Park. About a half a block off of Williamson Street. Yes, there are a number of things that are that perform here. Lots of seasonal things happening here. Concerts, farmers market when it's in season, of course. So yes, there is quite a bit here. By the way, again, I did mention there is a bike path near here. We are somewhat paralleling it. And yes, this is a rather large Central Park located right on the isthmus. And of course, we have our condo community, Park Central Apartments, it's called. So yes, quite big. Now I'm going to take you a little bit further. We are turning on Wilson, and we're currently on Ingersoll. So, sorry about the fire trucks and the police, but obviously something going on. After all, we are a community of 267,000, I believe. Alright. If you like pasta, we have the local pasta company called RP's. I'm not sure what that stands for, but there's great pasta here locally. And we're still next to the Central Park area. And of course we have a, looks like a, yes, that is a skate park for skateboarding and things like that. All right. And see, there's actually some teens that are in the park. Again, this is Wilson. This is actually part of the bike path. This is called a bike boulevard, because the bikes get to use the whole street. And of course, I mentioned the colorful houses that we have here. And no, you're not seeing, yes, you are seeing a white bike. That's a community bike. And this is Baldwin that we are looking at across street. And I'll also take you by the office building and up the path. Now that it's clear of traffic. Well, I hope you enjoyed your tour of Williamson Street and surrounding community. Yep, Bike Boulevard sign right there. And yes, Wilson Street goes all the way up to the Capitol, where we began, and still further south. Okay. All right. And here comes the construction zone. Still not open, not to my knowledge anyway. There's Dickinson Street, and the bike path continues right across the way. Well, I had a wonderful time riding on my bike. I hope you did too. Sorry about the camera. Hopefully my wife can correct that post-production. Well, eventually this will be a new state government building. Not quite sure when it will open. I would imagine sometime this year, hopefully. All right. And see, there's the bridge up ahead. Bench area just inside of the Yahara River. And of course, this is a major thoroughfare as far as bikes are concerned, because we have the Yahara Parkway, which leads us over to the west and also to the east, if you like. Notice, hopefully you can see that. See that sign? Yahara Parkway. Yes, it goes over to East Wash and all the way to Lake Mendota. So I hope you had a wonderful day with us. And yes, there are a number of special events that occur on the Yahara River, not the least of which is you can rent canoes, you can rent kayaks. There's a lot of things to do in the Willy Street neighborhood. So let us know if you're visiting. We'd be happy to take you down memory lane and visit the sights of Williamson Street. Thanks for joining us today. Have a great day.